What beers?
A few beers, that's it.
That's it. We'll be on our way. We ain't looking for trouble.
Spoke like a gentleman. Give me the beers. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. No problem.
You got some brews down here, nice cold ones. Got 'em up. Get us some nice cold brews. Come on. Two over here, huh? Got 'em up. One more over here, one more.
All right, brothers, if I may, a toast to our host.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Look at all these shit all right now. Hey!
Oh, you again, huh?
That wasn't very nice. Now he's got to leave.
I'll tell you when the fuck we leave, all right? Get the fuck away from me.
Go watch the bites, man.
Now you just can't leave.
I will never forget the look on their faces. All 8 of them. Their faces dropped. All their courage and strength was drained right from their bodies. They had a reputation for breaking up bars. But they knew that instant they made a fatal mistake. This time they walked into the wrong bar.
Come on, motherfucker! Come on, you scrappy motherfucker! Come on!
Can't leave, Duffy. Now you can't leave. You see, the proper course of legal action, if you feel that someone has been libelous, is to send them a lawyer letter threatening to file a libel per se lawsuit, not to file a frivolous restraining order. This is why the judge denied your request until a full hearing. So here's what's going to happen to you, Harold Duffy. I'm filing an anti-SLAPP motion. And you're very likely going to end up having to pay my legal fees, just like Sean Sullivan did, the owner of Fluid, who also filed a frivolous TRO against me, and now he owes me tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees. Maybe Fluid won't be around much longer when they go broke and have to close down. I hope they haven't been doing too well. Anyway, Sean Sullivan, I want my money, buddy. You better run my check, because you can't leave either. Now, Harold Duffy, you messed up, bro. Everything I've said about you has been true. Here's how you know. So those out there who want to know what's going on, check this document out right here. This is called the Big Blue Folder. And it has everything in it from a whistleblower in City Hall. This Big Blue Folder is what went to the FBI. Several city officials were there. They knew that you confessed to taking that money, allegedly. So let's go to court and let's go to full discovery. I mean, we're not going to that kind of court. We're going to a TRO hearing that you're going to just lose. But first, we're going to go to an anti-SLAPP hearing. You're likely never going to actually get in front of a judge for a restraining order. You're going to have to get in front of a judge for an anti-SLAPP, Harold Duffy. I hope you saved some of that money you allegedly stole or took. Pay for play, allegedly. All right, let's just keep it real. Everybody knows that Harold Duffy has been in the middle of the ABC security fraud, but you didn't know about all the other stuff I told you. But it's all been true. So Oakland side messed up and did their share of some libelous behavior. And let me go through exactly what happened. Oakland side article here, top Oakland official sues political activist for harassment. I'm sorry, he didn't sue me. He filed a TRO. Oakland side knows that because in the very first line, they said we filed a request for civil harassment restraining order. That's not the same thing as a lawsuit. Oakland side was sent an immediate retraction request today for this libelous behavior. But let's look further. I want to read it because this is so funny to me. Harold Duffey filed a request for a civil harassment restraining order in Alameda County Superior Court last week, accused Scott, me, of posting videos that falsely claim he has taken bribes and stolen from Oakland residents. You took bribes, bro. He is ruining my reputation and impacting my ability to gain employment. By the way, I haven't gotten served yet. It's funny that Oakland side gets this before I'm served. Now, it could be that they're just watching the court proceedings, or it could be that people leak these things to them and they can't help but to, in their cynical derangement syndrome, try to take licks at me. But I'm not the one who looked like an idiot here. Harold Duffey looked like an idiot because now everyone's paying attention. You're a fucking idiot, Duffey. Like, literally, you're going to have your reputation ruined. You are going to have problems gaining employment because you are a terrible person. Guess what? When we go to court, the whistleblower who gave me this file, who also sent it to Oakland side, by the way, he's coming as my star witness, Harold Duffey. So yes, another high-ranking City of Oakland employee is going to come with me and corroborate every single thing that I said about you. And guess what? Now you can't leave. You can't retract it. It's too late. There's already been articles about it. So we will see you in our anti-slap measure very soon, Harold Duffey, and I hope you've saved some of that money. So yeah. And are you still even employed? So he wrote in his lawsuit, there's no lawsuit. It's a TRO, Oakland side. You guys also got a letter. I'm going to share it with you in a second. At least 26 false claims, and that Scott made false, defamatory, and harassing statements. Notice he doesn't name any of the claims specifically. And as a city manager, these are reprehensible allegations that will destroy my career. Duffey did not respond to interview requests. I'm going to destroy your career. And when you say he threatened me because he said I'm going to mount his head next to Shing Tao is alive and well. Her head is on my wall right here in an orange jumpsuit because she's going to jail. Just like you may be one day, Harold Duffey. I've got a surprise for you. When you took federal immunity, allegedly, it does not make you immune from state prosecution. It does not make you immune from state prosecution. So I would be very, very careful because you do know that former city administrator LaTonda Simmons was in court with you and she heard everything you said. Also, the City of Oakland Legal Department, whenever a city employee is being faced with allegations of a crime, they must sign a waiver. And that waiver says if it comes out that the city employee actually was doing this crime, then they lose the city attorney's support. And so there are several people who we can subpoena in court if we ever go to a real court, not restraining order court, but if you ever have the balls to try to file a real libel lawsuit against me, we can enter full discovery. And then the whole world can find out what you've done. Guess what? We know you're not going to do that. That's why you tried to go the TRO route, because you knew you would fail. But what you may not have known is that I can file an anti-slap for a TRO as well. And so, I want you to lose any opportunity for employment because of what you've done to this city, Harold Duffey. I have a right to do that. You're a public official. A public servant. You are my servant. Well, maybe not today if you don't work there anymore. But when you work for the City of Oakland, you were our servant. Servant. You serve us. We don't serve you. You serve us. So, let me go to the letter, my demand to Soggy Side, and I'll read it for you because you may not be able to see it. This is my public statement and demand for correction, the Oakland side's pattern of misleading reporting. Gotham Oakland and I, Senator Scott, demand an immediate correction to the misleading and irresponsible headline published on July 1st, 2025 in your article, Top Oakland Official Sues Political Activist for Harassment, written by Eli Wolf. This headline grossly misrepresents the nature of the legal action filed by the Assistant City Administrator Harold Duffey against me. There is a fundamental distinction between filing a lawsuit and seeking a temporary restraining order. A lawsuit is a formal process that requires education. A TRO is an expedited court request intended to prevent immediate harm. The judge explicitly did not grant Harold Duffey's TRO request, citing the unlikelihood of success. I don't know if that was cited, so they may be wrong. But yet your headline falsely suggests that Duffey filed a broad and fully litigated suit and that the court has validated his claim. This is false. By failing to note in either the headline or the subheader that the TRO was temporarily denied and no judicial findings have been made against me, the Oakland side's coverage irresponsibly suggests that the validity of Duffey's allegation creates a false impression that I have engaged in unlawful harassment. This is not merely inaccurate, it is a direct attack on my reputation, and as a community organizer engaged in constitutionally protected speech. This is not an isolated incident. It reflects a larger pattern in the Oakland side's reporting that consistently casts me in a negative light, while insulating progressive politicians and their allies from similar scrutiny. Please consider the following. September 9th, 2022, the Oakland side reported during my 2021 arrest for allegedly brandishing a firearm, but never published a follow-up when the charges were dismissed and my property returned, leaving readers with a distorted, damaging impression during my mayoral campaign. September 7th, 2023, you amplified condemnation from the Alameda County Democratic Party regarding my social media commentary, providing minimal space for my side of the story, particularly my reference to Senate Bill 145, a crucial omission in the narrative. On May 16, 2024, you reported on administrative missteps by Neighbors Together Oakland using loaded accusatory language, yet similar scrutiny has been absent when covering nonprofits connected to your funders or your ideological allies, Carol Fife, Open Societies, Community Ready Corps, Anti-Police Terror Project. I could go on. December 13, 2024, you prominently featured allegations of a credible threat of violence linked to me while depriving your audience a balanced presentation of the fact. And we're not going to get into this all the way yet, but Eli Wolf, you know damn well how many people came forward with you about discrediting this individual that you were mentioning on December 13, 2024, that I can't mention for legal purposes? Several, including former judges, came out to let you know that what you were saying was incorrect, and it was a weaponized headline, and you attempted to provide public relations for a progressive as you usually do, but you ignored that. Back to the letter. Taken together, these examples demonstrate a troubling editorial pattern. Weaponized reporting aimed at critics of Oakland's dominant political bloc, while progressive politicians enjoy consistent insulation from equivalent journalistic rigor. Your primary funding sources include Google News Initiative and Open Society Foundation. You're funded by fucking George Soros, Oakland side. Interesting. We know that. This raises serious concerns about your potential ideological capture. And as a 501c3 organization and nonprofit, I need to remind you that Oakland side has a legal and ethical obligation to uphold journalistic impartiality and serve the public good without bias. The perception that your platform has been weaponized to discredit dissenting voices is a serious matter that should concern anyone committed to the integrity of civic life. So we, Gotham Oakland and myself, formally demand the following corrective action within 7 business days. Number 1, a published correction to the July 1st, 2025 article's headline, clearly stating that Mr. Duffey sought a temporary restraining order, not a lawsuit. Number 2, public disclosure of the Oakland side's editorial policies, funding relationships, and potential conflicts of interest that may influence story selection and framing. For example, if Open Societies Foundation is clearly funding progressive, like Mia Sakachin, our current chief of staff, then pick the team. So if Oakland side fails to comply, I will explore all available legal remedies, including claims for defamation and reputation harm. Gotham Oakland and myself call on the Oakland side to return to its highest journalistic standards and serve the people of Oakland with fairness, accuracy, and integrity. Sincerely yours, Seneca Scott, host of Gotham Oakland. When I say return, I'm being very gracious because they may return to day one of their publication because since the Oakland site has launched in 2020, there have been a mouthpiece in public relations for the progressive. That's what they're here for. That is what they're here for. So I wanted to get into just one thing that, I forgot. I have a surprise for you all. I have made public the Duffey Dossier. If you go to my X account and you look at the press release I put out, I have made the Duffey Dossier public. So everyone can see the information that I'm working from. It's in this big blue book, the big blue file. Guess what else I know about this file? The Oakland side got this file weeks, if not months ago. So they know what I'm saying is true, but yet they ran this article anyway. Oakland side got this file, but yet they ran this article anyway. I wonder why. So I was going to cover something from here today. Let's go through some of the things that are here. So, these are too small for you guys to see. You know what? I don't want to have anything on my screen that you guys can't see. So just go to Gotham Oakland. Go to my X account. I will also put it in my Gotham Oakland X account, and I will put it in the description of this video. Harold Duffey, you have done everything that I have said. And if I didn't say allegedly, you did it. And if I said allegedly, it's alleged. But if I didn't say allegedly, you did it. For example, you lied on your job application, Harold Duffey. You claimed that your term expired, but the city of Compton took a 3-2 vote to terminate you. You were terminated. Your term didn't expire. You were fired. That's a lie. Under Oakland's civil service laws, you should be terminated. There's a lot more. It's all in this file, and soon you guys can access it yourself. So now you can't leave, Harold Duffey. I'll see you in court very soon. Peace, Oakland. I love you. Don't take no shit from these elected officials. They are our servants. They work for us. Remember that.
Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here.